Bright Duty. Every student matters.
So in this topic, we'll learn about some of the important food grains. Okay, we'll look at food grains. Grains that are consumed as food. So the first one is wheat. Wheat is a rabi crop. Now we already know what rabi crop is, right? Wheat is the second most important cereal crop in our country, alright? And where the wheat is cultivated, these are grown in two prominent zones in the country. The first one is the Ganga Satluj plains in the northwest, and the second one is the black soil region of the Deccan part of our country. Okay, some of the major wheat producing states are Punjab, Haryana, Uttar Pradesh, Uttarakhand, Bihar, Rajasthan, and certain parts of the state of Madhya Pradesh. Now let us look at some conditions which are required for the cultivation of wheat. Now wheat cultivation requires cool and moist growing season. Okay, if the season is not cool and moist, the cultivation will not be fit. The second requirement is it needs bright sunshine at the time of ripening, not at the time of sowing, not at the time where the seeds are sown in the ground, but at the time of its ripening. Okay, 50 to 75 centimeter of annual rainfall, even if distributed over the growing season, is required for its cultivation. It needs 100 frost-free days, okay, and irrigated water where water is not enough. So irrigation is also required when the water is not plenty and when the water is inadequate, okay. So here is the map of India, and in this you can see the areas where wheat cultivation is done. So there are two shadings on the map. One is vertical line and the other is dotted ones. Alright. So the vertical lines, they indicate major areas of wheat cultivation, and the dotted ones, they indicate minor areas of wheat cultivation. Alright. The next crop that we are going to look at is rice. Rice is a kharif crop. Alright. Now rice is the staple food crop of the majority of the people in our country. Most of the people in our country consume rice as food. India is the second largest producer of rice in the world after China. So in the world, China is the largest, the first largest country in the world which produces rice. After China, it's India. Okay. Now rice is cultivated in the plains of north and northeastern India, in the delta regions and in the coastal areas of our country. So some of the states where rice is cultivated, they are West Bengal, Assam, Orissa, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Andhra Pradesh, Telangana, Tamil Nadu, Kerala and Maharashtra. So the Konkan coast is also another rice producing area. Okay. The crop or the rice is also grown in the states of Punjab, Haryana and western Uttar Pradesh, also parts of Rajasthan. Okay. Now these regions are sometimes dry, and tube wells and canal irrigation becomes very important for the rice cultivation in these areas because they are dry and arid. Now let's look at some of the conditions required for the cultivation of rice. It requires annual rainfall of above 100 centimeter and high temperature above 25 degrees Celsius, okay, with high humidity. So this is the climate, this is the climatic requirement for the rice cultivation. Now, rice cultivation also requires heavy rainfall in summer and irrigation in areas where there is less rainfall. Okay. Paddy is a tropical crop and grows very well in the west in the wet monsoon areas or land. Again, here is the map of India, and the shaded areas, they indicate the rice production areas. Okay, and again, just like the earlier map showing the production of wheat, here they show the different shades, show the majority and the minority area under rice cultivation. Okay. Now the third crop that we are going to look at is maize. Maize is another kharif crop. It is also used as food and also fodder crop. So this is consumed as food by the people and also as food by the animals. It's also used to feed the animals. Okay. This is cultivated in the states of Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Telangana, Punjab, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. The conditions required for its cultivation are: it needs well-drained old alluvial soil, and the temperature should be between 21 degrees Celsius to 27 degrees Celsius. If it's above 27 degrees Celsius, which is too hot, then it cannot cultivate properly. Okay, the cultivation will have problems. The rainfall should be between 63 centimeter to 115 centimeter, and it requires 140 frost-free days. All right. In Bihar, maize is grown in Rabi season as well. So we know maize is a kharif crop, but in Bihar it is sown during the Rabi season as well. Okay, so it is both Rabi and Kharif crop in the state of Bihar. The production of maize has increased with the application of modern inputs like HYV seeds, fertilizers and irrigations. So with the new technology, the development and its use in the cultivation of this maize, the crop, that has led to the increase of its production in the recent years. So here again we have the map of India showing or indicating the areas which have maize production or where maize is cultivated. The other crops that we are going to look at is millet. Okay. Now millets, jawar, bajra and ragi, they are all important millets grown in India. So when we say millets, it has different crops under its name. Okay. So when we say millets, they are jawar, bajra, ragi, and they're also very important crop in our country. They're known as coarse grains and they have very high nutritional value. They are high in nutrition, very good for health. Okay. These crops, the millets, are grown in the states of Karnataka, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, Jharkhand, Telangana, Punjab, Chhattisgarh and Madhya Pradesh. Maharashtra is the largest producer of jawar. Okay, and Rajasthan is the largest producer of bajra. Okay, now let's see what are the requirements for the cultivation of jawar. The cultivation of jawar requires well-drained old alluvial soil. It needs temperature ranging between 18 degrees Celsius to 32 degrees Celsius. It's a rain-fed crop, means it needs plenty of water and rain. Okay, it grows very well in moist areas that need any irrigation. So if the area is moist, the jawar cultivation is easier. The second crop that we are going to look at and its requirement is bajra. For bajra, the soil has to be sandy and shallow black. Okay, this is the soil requirement of bajra, and the climatic conditions required for the cultivation of bajra is similar to that of jawar. Okay, so the temperature needs to range between 18 to 32 degrees Celsius. Okay, now let's look at the requirements for the cultivation of ragi. For ragi, the soil has to be red, black, sandy, loamy and shallow black. Okay, the climatic conditions on the other hand is as same as bajra. So the climatic conditions required for jawar, bajra, ragi cultivation are same. Okay, ragi is a crop of dry regions, so it grows in dry areas. In this map here we can see the areas where jawar, bajra, ragi are cultivated. So pay attention to different shades and symbols used here to indicate the cultivation of jawar, bajra, ragi. Alright. The next that we are going to look at is pulses. Now major pulses that are grown in our country are gram, urad, moong, masoor, tur or ahar and peas. Pulses are major source of protein in a vegetarian diet. It's very important, okay? Because it's nutritious, it provides protein. Ahar or tur, urad and moong are grown as kharif crops and masoor, peas and gram are grown as rabi crops. Now these pulses, they are grown all over the country except in areas of heavy rain. So areas which receive heavy rainfall cannot grow pulses. Okay, those areas are not good for the cultivation of pulses. So major pulse producing areas or states in India are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Rajasthan, Maharashtra, Telangana, Andhra Pradesh and Karnataka. Now pulses are grown in rotation with other crops, okay, because now this is a very peculiar, very specific feature of pulses, alright. Once the paddy or wheat are grown, then the pulses are grown. Again after the pulses are harvested, then again another crop is grown. So they are grown in rotation with other crops. Why is this done so? It's because this rotational growing of pulses, they help in restoring the fertility of the soil, because the pulses, the plants, the crops, they use nitrogen from the air and helps make the soil fertile. So once they are harvested and the other crop is then cultivated in the same area, the other crop receives fertile soil and it also, that fertile soil boosts or encourages the cultivation of that particular crop. Okay. Now major gram and tur producing areas are Madhya Pradesh, Uttar Pradesh, Maharashtra and Karnataka. Gram is also cultivated in the states of Rajasthan and tur in Andhra Pradesh. Okay. The conditions which are required for these pulses are they need less moisture and can survive in dry conditions. They don't need plenty of water and it need not be moist. Okay.